Hello, chess tubers. Today marks the beginning of a brand new adventure on this channel, a Lichess speedrun, where I'll be playing only opening traps that I know. And trust me, I know a lot of them. The mission? To play fast, aggressive, and sharp from move 1, striking hard in the opening, and trying to win games as quickly as possible. Of course, not every game will allow me to pull off a trap, but I'll always aim to play with maximum pressure right from the start. Now, why should you follow this series? Because along the way, you'll discover dozens of deadly traps, sneaky ideas, and tactical motifs you can use in your own games. It's an entertaining way to learn aggressive opening play and sharpen your attacking instincts, all while watching some wild chess. This is also my first time doing a speedrun, so expect some trial and error early on, but stick with me because things will get smoother, stronger, and more explosive with every episode. So if you enjoy fast-paced chess, brilliant tactics, and a little bit of chaos on the board, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated as the series unfolds. Let's dive into the madness. All right, we're kicking off the speedrun with a 10+5 game. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm playing white. Perfect. Most of the opening traps start with E4, so let's go for it.
Our opponent is taking his time. Let's speed up a little bit. We are not here to sleep. We are here to take over.
Bishop to C4. Classic. Putting early pressure on F7 square, always a target in these tactical lines. Now D4. We're creating immediate tension in the center. This move is the foundation for many well-known traps. Let's see how our opponent responds. By the way, if black takes on D4 with their pawn, theory usually recommends E5. But not me. If that happens, I'll go for castles, because I know brutal traps from that setup. Okay, D6. Black is trying to remain solid. Let's immediately start asking questions to their knights, as the knight now has multiple options, but honestly, none of them are comfortable. Knight E7, and black is already getting a bit cramped here. Let's keep building. I'll keep developing my pieces logically. Okay, I already smell tactics here. Watch this. I can take on C6, and if black recaptures with the pawn, I'll take on E5. Then, when they take back, boom, I go bishop F7 check, and their queen is a goner.
He took with the knight. The tactics no longer work since the queen is defended. However, F7 is still very weak. Let's attack it again. And to be honest, I don't see how he can defend against the threat. Let's take with the bishop? The knight? Let's go with the knight. The black rook has no safe squares. Check. Nyum nyum, what a tasty rook. And my queen is still attacking the bishop. Okay, black is getting aggressive, threatening checkmate. Let's see. If I take the bishop, black takes on f2. and follows it with queen g2. No, I don't like it. Okay, let's put the king in safety. Uh-oh. It seems that our opponent has fled the battlefield. Actually, he is back.
Come on, Darth Black. You can do it. Make a move.
Again, he is getting aggressive. I need to defend my f2 square, and at the same time, I'm involving my queen into the attack. Probably, as most low-rated players, he will not be able to maintain the tension and exchange many pieces on f2. Yep, here we go. By the way, if knight b4, I am thinking to give a check with the queen, followed by a check with the bishop. And here we go. Let's exchange on f6. Actually thinking about it, my initial plan was to recapture on f6 with the queen or the rook, but now I realize I can involve the knight in the attack for free. We've clearly reached a completely winning position. Now it's just a matter of technique. But let's stay focused and sharp. It's important to practice converting winning positions cleanly without giving our opponents any counterplay or hope.
Here, for example, Black is completely lost, so I don't need to move the king to a square where he can start checking me with the queen. That's why I moved the king to the safest square, h1.
By the way, I feel like 10 plus 5 is a bit too slow for this kind of series. Starting from the next games, we'll switch to a faster time control to keep the pace sharper and the action more exciting. Queen d7 is a good defensive move. Kudos to our opponent. Let's see. I'm noticing that c7 and e7 are controlled by our knight. Therefore, if I'm able to check his king from the f8 with our rook, it's game over. So let's retreat our queen, and as a bonus, we are also attacking their knight. I think the game is about to end. Check.
And let's pre-move queen to e8, since the only option for Black is to move the queen. Oops, I forgot that he had another option, which is resigning the game. Well, good game to our opponent. He fought well.
Now let's review a couple of key positions. First, let me show you the trap that I have prepared in case our opponent captured on c6 with the pawn. Here, I would have gone bishop f7, and after the king recaptures, bye-bye queen. The second position I want to revisit is after knight to g4. As I mentioned during the game, if I had taken the bishop, their queen would have started causing real havoc on my side. Let's turn on the engine evaluation to confirm. Yep,
Turns out, black would have had real chances to draw. Or maybe even turn the game around. Good thing we stayed focused and sharp. That's exactly what it takes.
And that wraps up Game 1 of our opening traps speed run. We kicked things off strong, landed a good win, and most importantly, we stayed sharp all the way through. There's still a long way to go and many more sneaky ideas to show you in the next games. We'll also experiment with faster time controls to keep things dynamic and packed with action. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more brutal traps and fast victories, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss a move. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.